Good morning. This is Shane, Junk Removal Authority. I'm coming to you live from Clearwater, Florida, which is right outside Tampa. Joining us today is Doug from Alpha Junk Hauling. Doug, thanks for being on the show. We appreciate you having us out here.
Absolutely.
JRA on the Road is a new series where we come out to existing junk removal companies. So whether you are a JRA customer or not, we can come out to you. We're going to visit you and we're going to see what works in your market, and we're going to interview you and put you on our channel, and we're going to see how you've helped your business grow and the challenges, accomplishments that you've had. Today we've had some rough time getting started here. It started to rain. We had a beautiful location with the pier in the background, but we got rained out, so we've had to move a couple times. But don't worry, we got a giant
semi-truck in the background.
And this is a job that he's about to do here with this. No, we're just kidding. All right, Doug. Well, thanks for being on the show. So why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about how you got into the junk removal industry?
Okay, it's a weird story. I did design engineer for like 20 years on AutoCAD. Absolutely loved it. Last few years, I worked customer service, helping people with technical issues, designing floor plans, all kinds of stuff. The one thing they didn't tell me about the industry when I was in it is that every time there's a recession, you get laid off. And I went through my third recession in 2008, got laid off, was one in a billion people looking for jobs. I happened to get one with the city of Largo. I moved around in the city of Largo, and I fell into a place called solid waste because they said, hey, we never lay anybody off because the waste industry is pretty much recession proof. I didn't know anything about driving a truck. They taught me everything I needed to know. I did everything from claw truck, front loader, rear loader, everything. Settled on front loader. I would go to the dump twice a day, and doing that, I would notice the same trailers, same trucks there all the time, dumping, and I figured out really quick that this is how these guys were making money. I got out of the industry as far as the solid waste industry, bought me a truck, and eventually got a trailer and started doing it myself. And the rest is pretty much history. And it's been very profitable. I still work full time with a job. I work for Connells County Schools. I absolutely love it, and I do this on the side. This is a business. It's an investment for me, and I've been making it grow. I have a lot of plans, towards the end of the year with another.
Okay, great. And how many years? So basically, you're going to the dump, and you were just seeing all these junk removal companies dumping, and you're like, man, I got to give me some of that action. Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been in business for?
I've been in business about 3 years.
3 years. Okay. So
it's been slow going because I started off with a pickup truck, then I got a trailer, upgraded the trailer. This is my third generation trailer, and I just bought a new truck. So I've been upgrading slowly, trying to do it debt free. As much as I can.
Okay.
And so probably we'll get a loan to get the dump trailer because that's going to be a little bit on the pricey side, but it's definitely something I need.
Absolutely. So, this is a big, starting off from a truck and moving to a trailer and then, progressing in the junk removal industry with a lot of people, if they don't have, the financial backing, they can't afford to buy a brand new truck. So you started here with just a pickup truck, moved to several different trailers, bigger, larger, it'll take more jobs.
It's been slow going. It's been very slow because I've been just paying cash for everything because, like I said, I don't want to incur more debt because with the money and everything I've been accumulating with the junk industry, I've been paying off debt. So the only debt I have now is basically a house. I'd like to pay that off.
Okay.
And do some other things to the house that needs to be done. One of the things that
we got a comment here from Junk Guys in Tucson. He said, so the comment's coming live. Yep. And when you guys want to ask questions and make comments, I'll read them up here as pop up for like 5 seconds. But Junk Guys Tucson said same with me.
Yeah.
So he's kind of in the same boat. Yeah, it could be a big investment for sure, and it's kind of scary. I was up in Rochester last week, or not last week, it was Monday with Russ Berry from A+ Junk Removal. And he's just bought his second brand new truck, and his major, he bought a used junk truck, and now for him to buy a brand new truck, that's a scary, exciting, all that stuff.
I have a 2011 Sierra. I would have liked to have gotten around a 2014. I just didn't want to spend the extra money. I settled on that. I'm really happy with, probably in a couple more years, I'll get another truck. a newer one, because I definitely want to progress towards newer and not have problems with things breaking down.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm really focused on customer service. I have over 350 five-star reviews, and I really try hard. And as one of the things is I'm always on time. I'm never late. And if I am late, I'm texting the customer or giving them a call. Hey, you know what? I'm in trouble at the dump, or I'm behind, or something like that. And usually, if you let them know, they're totally okay with it.
Yep, absolutely. And that's one thing I noticed. So when I was headed up here on the airplane, I was doing a little bit of research. I noticed, I looked you up and kind of see what I was trying to see what you were advertising you were doing. And I noticed that the reviews online were excellent. I mean, you have 5-star reviews like across the board.
Yeah.
So how are you getting people? So you go out there, you do a great job. How are you getting people to leave those reviews? Because that could be a challenging part.
Yes.
That could be really hard.
I really don't try and get reviews, but when I finish up, I really say, you know what, if you want to help me build my business, which is what I'm trying to do, that would be great. And a lot of times, one of the things I'm on Thumbtack. They have a feature on there where you can get a review, and I'm always clicking on that. Like I said, I'm running about 90% on Thumbtack. I get 90% of the customers that come in, which is really great. I'm on Home Advisor also, but I have Home Advisor shut down because I have enough work right now. I mean, I'm booked out till Saturday. I would like to be booked out 2 weeks. That would be really great, but I'm booked out till Saturday.
Okay. Yeah, the 2 weeks, like even for junk doctors, where we take 100, 200 calls a day, it's really difficult to get that 2 weeks out, because a lot of the phone calls you get are, I need you there today or tomorrow. We live in a world of instant gratification.
Microwave world.
Yeah, so if you can't do it today, then never mind, I'll find somebody else. And sure, I mean, Tampa and Clearwater have got to be saturated with junk. I mean, how many are there in this area, would you guess?
There's a lot, actually. Probably 20, 30.
20, 30. Okay.
You have your Got Junk, you have your Junk King, College Hunks.
Yeah, so let's talk about College Hunks
for big guys.
1 second. So College Hunks, this is their home. So how is it, like, so, I mean, is it hard to compete against them? Or
I just slashed their tires. That's what I do.
I had to edit that out. But, okay, because, I mean, they've got to saturate this market, because obviously they were on Shark Tank, and they've been on all these magazines, and they've got a lot of advertising. But, you know, that could be challenging in the market. It's not like, you know, a lot of these guys can go up against College Hunks, but, you know, when you're in their headquarters, you know, it's just like we work with some companies in Canada that are headquartered near 1-800 Got Junk, and they just have such a market saturation, it's hard to compete. So have you noticed anything? Have you done anything to compete against them? Or are you just, I'm half the price and twice as friendly?
Well, basically, that's what a lot of people really want to focus more on, not so much corporate, but a family-owned business. And that's really what I promote, is I'm a family-owned business. And a lot of people like that. They don't want the corporate thing coming in. Now, do they do a great job? They do an excellent job. But, you know, wouldn't you want to go with the family-owned business and save a little bit of money on the side? And that's really what I project, or I try to come across to the customers with. And a lot of times they'll go for that, you know, because they know they're a family-based business and in the area, instead of feeding corporate monster.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah. And so, what is their full load rate here? Do you know how large they are? How many trucks they have? Because it's just got to be astronomical.
Yeah, I think I want to say to fill one of the trucks, this little like the 1-800 trucks, I think they charge around 600.
Okay,
is what they charge.
Okay. And your full load rate for the trailer
is probably around 300, 400.
300, 400. Okay.
Depending on where it is and how it is, and, you know, if I have to lug it, there's a lot of variables in that. You know, a lot of times I have to lug it, but if it's curbside, you know, it makes it incredibly easier.
Okay, excellent. And then
it's really raining.
So yeah. We'll try to speak up. We had a great. Earlier, we had a great view up here with the boats, but unfortunately, maybe literally 3 seconds before we went live, it started to rain a little bit, and so I said we better move this somewhere we have shade. We have a question. How big is your trailer?
It's a 14-foot, 4-foot sides. The only thing I would have done different is I would have added another foot to the sides. Instead of it have like a 5-foot side. like I said, because I have to load it and I have to unload it. That's really why I kind of want to progress to a dump trailer. With the Florida heat, it's 14 degrees here during the summertime on a good day, and you just get tired. Not so much loading it, but unloading it also. The dump trailer is really what I would go towards. Do want a taller sides next time. I went with 14 foot because I didn't want to get 16 foot. A lot of the areas here, you go into trailer parks or whatever, you can't turn around. You got to back it out, and that's why I went with 14 foot. It's a good size. It's been a good size for me. It's a great investment. Definitely happy with it.
So that's your third one. So which ones did you have before where you learned?
I had an 8 foot.
An 8 foot.
Which you put a couch in and it's full. Then I bought a 10 foot because it was like $500, so I picked it up. And then I bought the one I have now, the 14 foot brand spanking new. And around November, I plan on going down and putting a down payment on a dump trailer. It'd be about the same size. I'll probably go 14 foot again, probably 5 foot size.
Okay, so here in, let's see, July, August, September, so in 4 months, you're going to buy a full junk truck like College Hunks.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And you should be able to find a used one. I would assume it'd be easy to find one of their...
Just a dump trailer, not a dump truck.
Oh, dump trailer.
Yeah.
Okay.
With where I live, I don't think I can really do... I'd love to have a dump truck. I mean, that would be really nice. But I don't think I can... where I live, I don't think I can have that. I'd have to park it at a storage center or something like that. That would be extra expense. Okay. I can hide the trailer.
All right, so he's going to be here in November. He's going to transition to a dump trailer. Junk Guys Tucson said, I wish I could afford a dump trailer. This heat sucks the life out of you here in Tucson, Arizona, too.
Yes.
So, man, it is really coming down. So one of the questions I was going to ask was the weather. So when I was flying down here, there was some iffy about if we were going to be able to get in because of a tropical storm, which kind of passed here, but now it's downpouring. So how does obviously it never snows here. How does this stuff affect your business?
Well, the nice thing about it is the hottest month is going to be June, July, August. September, I mean, it's hot in September. Things start cooling down a little bit. I get pretty much work year round. I mean, I know some of you guys that are in the upper north, your business slows down. I don't slow down at all. I stay busy year round. Holidays, I see stuff slow down a little bit. You got Thanksgiving, Christmas. This year, this past year, I didn't find myself slowing down. I was just as busy. So that is the advantage. And of course, from like October to April, it's a little bit cooler. I mean, it's still hot, 86 degrees, 90 degrees. Compared to 114 degrees, it's a big difference. It's a lot cooler. The humidity's down a little bit, but I stay busy year round. That's the advantage of being in Florida.
Okay, so the winter is more picks up with snowbirds in the winter time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and let's see. So the same day, next day, John. How many people? If you can't do it, how are you getting people to wait? So they call you stuff. I'm moving out of this apartment. I need to get this stuff done today. How are you getting those jobs done?
I will do my best to fit them in. I have a customer that has like 200 properties. He keeps me incredibly busy. So whenever he texts me, I want to get him in immediately. I had a job with him last night where I tore up carpet, and I just was able to fit him right in. I get a lot of same-day service, and I'll try and fit them in between jobs as much as I can. Worst case scenario, I have my brother's help. He has my old trailer, and I will give him a few jobs on the side, and he's very much appreciated because he gets paid for it.
Okay. So you have a big property management.
Yeah.
And so we talked about home advisement a little bit. You have those paused. What other marketing are you doing to stay busy with just your trailer?
All right. I have an ad in the Beacon. We have a little paper here. It's called the Beacon. It goes to all the communities here in Pinellas County. I've been advertising in that since I started. It's $25 a week. It more than pays for itself. I get at least 4 or 5 calls from that little ad. There used to be 5 or 6 people advertising in the paper. Now it's just me. So I get 100% of the calls. I said I'm on Thumbtack. I have my websites. I plan on getting a newer website, a little better one towards the end of the year also. So that's, I get a lot of word of mouth. I get a lot of repeat offenders coming in. That's really good because that's no advertisement money going to it. That's like 100% profit when that comes in.
Absolutely. And so, but where do you want to be? If I come visit you in a year from now, where do you want to be? Because right now it's just you, and you have people help.
Yes.
When you get larger jobs. So your truck and trailer, obviously, most people do want to grow to a large size. Where do you want to be in a year from now?
I definitely want to be a larger size. Like I said, this is an investment. I want to put more money into it and get more of a return. A year from now, I would like to definitely be a lot bigger, maybe closer to maybe going full time. We'll have to see, because where I work now, I actually love my job. I love what I do, but I am passionate about junk hauling. I'm passionate about what I can do and how I can help people. I really enjoy it. People are just delighted when I come in and I help them with their situation. Most of you guys know that we have porters down here too. People pass away. People come to Florida, they pass away. It's what happens. I come in, I clean out houses, and it really takes a lot of burdens off people because it can be really demanding on them, and it really helps them out tremendously. So as far as a year from now, maybe even a couple of years from now, hiring some people, maybe just be hands off, go around and making sure customers are happy, making sure that I stay on top of my reviews, that I keep, because that's one thing when you hire people, sometimes they're not going to have the same passion as you do for your own business.
Absolutely.
So you want to make sure that you're still getting excellent customer service. That's one of the things I really worry about when I have people helping me, is that they're still going to get the same customer service. It's really important to me that they get that.
All right. Emery Vlogs said, hey, good morning.
Good morning.
For you guys that are joining us, looks like our viewer count has gone up a little bit. I am with Doug Hunt here, and we are outside we're in Clearwater, Florida, right outside Tampa.
Outside the boat docks.
Faded Director said, hiring is my hardest obstacle. Have you gone out there and tried to find part-time employees?
I have
not yet.
I have not, because I have a group of friends that some I've grown up with, some I know who they are, I know their work ethic, and I pay them well. So whenever I have a huge job, a clean out, I send out a mass text to them. Hey, I say, who's in? I got this clean out, I get this address. If I have pictures, I include the pictures, who's in, and immediately, they start coming back. They'll meet me at the job, they'll help me clean out, and I pay them pretty good.
Okay, awesome. And so let's talk about the job. So the calls come in. How are you booking? How are you estimating? They call up and say, hey, how much is it for this? How are you handling that stuff? Well, you said you booked 90%. Well, sorry to interrupt, but you booked 90%, which is astronomically high.
On Thumbtack, I'm running about 90% of the customers that come in and hit me on Thumbtack. I'm about 90%.
So I think there's a lot of people out there that struggle with Home Advisor, getting those jobs.
I struggle with Home Advisor too. That's why it's shut down.
Or Yelp. So how are you booking 90%? Because that's amazing.
Well, one of the things is all my reviews that I get, I take pictures of them, I post them on my Facebook page, I post them on Yelp, I post them on my Google page. So everybody, whenever they look me up, they're seeing those reviews. They know who I am. And whenever the call comes in, I try my best to hit it immediately. Time is really critical. These people want answers, and they want answers fast. This is a microwave world. I try and get them the answer. I try to get them the information, as much information as I can. Really, sometimes I give them a guesstimate. Hey, I think it's going to be around this much, and there's a few cases where I show up and it's a lot more, and I say, hey, you know what, this is more than the back of a pickup. This is more than a 14-foot trailer. So it's going to be this much more. And I haven't had one case where they weren't okay with that. They were okay with that, and a lot of times they agree. Yeah, it is a little bit more.
Because they tell you on the phone they have ABC and they want to know the price, and you get there and they have ABC,
Yeah, and a lot of times they don't know how big. They guesstimate, well, it'll fit in the back of the pickup truck, and you show up and it's like a 14-foot trailer. It's like, what pickup truck do you have that's this big? You know, they just don't know, and that's why you really try and educate them, because this is a market where people really aren't sure. They aren't sure of, and it's an excellent market to be in.
Absolutely. So for Thumbtack, what is your average job size? Have you gotten a large?
Oh, I've gotten large. I've gotten small. I've gotten everything from gas grill to just mattresses. I've gotten huge clean outs. I gotta go back to a clean out that it's a condo clean out in Palm Harbor. I gotta finish up. I took a trailer load of just bags. They emptied out all the contents of the guy's parents had passed away, and they just put everything in garbage bags. So I got to go back this weekend with some help and start getting the large items, furniture, because they want to present it to where they can sell it.
Okay.
You know, so we get that a lot in Florida, where parents pass away. The kids come down, who are a lot older now, and just they clean everything out and they put the place for sale, and that's what they're looking to do.
Okay.
A lot of times trailers, as far as trailer parks, the thing that they do now is they sell them as is, you know, with all the furniture in it. It's a great deal. You got all this furniture, and it's all mismatched. So people come in and they buy it, and they're like, now I got to get rid of this crap, and that's when they give me a call. They'll call Salvation Army first, and then they'll call me, because Salvation Army won't take it.
Yeah, absolutely. We go out to California, and Yelp is just extremely popular.
Yeah.
They could just all day long, the Yelp leads just come in.
I get a few hits from Yelp. I don't get a whole lot from Yelp, but I'm on it.
Okay, are you advertising or just have that?
I just have a free thing on Yelp. I did advertise them about a year ago. I was not impressed and just dropped out of it.
Okay, so we did some advertising with Yelp, obviously, out here in Florida, and it was not, as
it wasn't as great as I was led to believe.
Okay.
But you know what? You give people a try. You give them a chance, and
Absolutely.
I definitely want to. I think where I want to head is to Google, advertising on Google. That's where I'm heading eventually. But I want to make sure that you get to this part where do you put the cart before the horse? You know, I want to make sure I have everything in place, because I know once I start advertising on Google, that the business is going to come in. I want to make sure that I can handle it as much as I can.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you guys are thinking about, if you're not doing ads and you have a truck and trailer, or you have one or two trucks and you haven't dove into it, Faded Director said you won't be disappointed with Google Ads. Yeah. Absolutely. You have to be ready to handle the business, though. So you're going to invest, and you're going to start paying per click. It can be $10 or $15 per click. And those customers on Google, we've had them get it done in 2 hours, that we're able to take it with junk doctors, and a lot of customers that when they go to Google, they're expecting instantaneous results. Just like when you go to Amazon, you expect your product to be there the same day, and if not the next day. Like, when I go to Amazon, I'm not shopping of what could be brought tomorrow. I'm looking at what can be brought to my office or my home today. I'm ready to purchase and have this here today, whether it be from UPS or a Prime driver. So that's very similar with Google. If you get a Google customer call, they're going to be looking for same day or next day, and if you're booked out, you're going to lose that. Not only have you upset that customer, but he just paid $10 or $15 for that click. It could have been a really large job.
And he'll go somewhere else.
Yep, and there's 5 or 6 listings right below you, and it's really hard to get that phone call. So you have to have a really good website. You have to have a really good written ad. When all that stuff comes together and get you a phone call, you need to be able to capitalize. And I'll tell you what, if you do Google Ads and you book at 90%, you better watch out, because you're going to
I'll be looking to retire probably at that point.
Yeah, you'll be a couple of trucks and a couple of trailers running around. So what are the biggest, obviously growing is in your foreseeable future, but what are the biggest challenges that you see coming up in the future for you, with having just a truck and trailer? Sorry, trying to look at a comment. And if you guys have questions here, we're at about a 25-minute mark. We'll probably be on here for a few more minutes. Feel free to ask some questions. We're here in Clearwater, Florida, right outside Tampa, home of the college hunks, junk hauling and removal. We've got Doug here with Alpha Junk Hauling. So feel free to ask any questions while we're on there for a few more minutes.
Challenge is, right now I'm kind of at a place, I'm kind of in between. I want to get another trailer. I know that's going to be more insurance on top of that, because I'm paying a lot for insurance now. It's one of the things I tell people. I have it on my Facebook page. I am licensed and insured. I make sure that when I'm talking to people and I'm telling them about me and my business, it's one of the last things I tell them is I am licensed and insured. The things I'm thinking about is a new trailer is going to be more insurance. So there's some things I'm struggling with right now, how to bring my brother into my business and be able to pay him in a correct way, because I don't want to do anything. I want to do everything legal. Last thing I want is the IRS to be knocking on my door. But so that's some things I gotta figure out how to do. I know there's a way to do it. I just gotta working full time and doing this practically full time. The one thing I don't have enough of is time, and that is some things I struggle with and try and do a family life too. Because I can't tell you how many times I come home and the wife's like, "Where you going?" "I got a haul I gotta go do," and her eyes roll, and I'd love to get my daughter to help me, but she kind of wants to get paid first and then help.
So a lot of you guys, that have the truck and trailer, Junk Guys Tucson, I know that you're running that if you're still watching. Doug said a really critical point here, and I think a lot of people might be at that point where you have a truck and trailer, you're doing really good, he's booked out for several days now, and he's kind of at a point here coming up where it's like, he has there's a lot on your plate. You have a full-time job, you've got a junk business that's doing very good, that's profitable, you could probably have another truck and trailer, but then you got all the growing pains with that. But then on the side, he has a really good job, obviously working for the government's a good job, good pension, good health insurance, good everything. So it's like, So do I take the plunge, and say, hey, my business is growing and I'm going to really invest all my time and effort into junk hauling and quit your full-time job. So I mean that's a big challenge, and it's a big risk, and there's some great rewards, but obviously when you start hiring and start growing, there's some growing pains as well, because obviously being the owner of the company, being on that job, you're going to give that customer the level of customer service that no employee will really give them, because they're not invested. If you hire an employee let's say you pay $20 an hour, well, there's probably a lot of jobs out here that pay around $20 an hour. They're not going to, if they have one customer by, nicking a floor or doing something like that, it reflects poorly upon your business. So, I mean, you're at a really crucial point. So
I haven't had an accident or a claim yet. It doesn't mean I won't. I hope I won't. I'm sure some of you guys out there have had incidents, with your business and had to do a claim. I don't know how much that'll drive up your insurance. It's one thing I don't want to find out, but I have some corporate jobs I do for a company out here where I go and I get all their pallets. I do one of their businesses once a week and another one every other week. Both of them go this weekend, so this weekend's pretty packed. They make me carry, the company I work through makes me carry insurance and then more insurance on top of that to do these jobs. And I think about all the money I'm paying out, and the customer really doesn't care. All he wants is, can I get it cheap? And I'm like, I can't do it for that. I have all this money invested. If you want me to come out, I'm licensed and insured. And I warn them, hey, be careful if you're going to go with a company that's not licensed and insured, because that's going to come back on you. Most tree services, I would assume, are licensed and insured, and you wouldn't hire one to work on a tree that would fall on your house, without that. And it's the same thing with the junk hauling industry. Is you got to be licensed and insured. You got to be covering yourself because you could lose everything. And so these are some of the things that you got a question?
Oh, how Junk Guys Tucson? How did you land the property management company deal?
He actually found me on Thumbtack a couple years ago, and they just kept calling me, and now they just what he does is he just texts me. Sometimes he'll include pictures, sometimes he won't, and You know, a lot of times I show up and I go, oh my goodness, this is a mess. And other times I'm prepared because he sent pictures. So yeah, I got him on Thumbtack, and he just absolutely, he doesn't even, I just draw up an invoice, I email it. They never complain about when I'm charging them, and they just send me a check in the mail. It's great. I love going to the mailbox.
Well, there you go. Thumbtack. That works really well here in Florida, and sounds like you've gotten some really nice jobs. We got another question. Do you ever work solo or always have help?
No, I work solo probably 90% of the time, and on the weekends I have my brother helping me. And how that came about was I was at a point where I just couldn't do it all myself. And my brother called me one day and said, man, I'm not getting the hours at my work. I'm not making enough money. And I was like, wait, you need work? I've got plenty of work for you. And the rest is pretty much history. And if he hadn't said anything, I wouldn't have thought about, bringing him on, having him helping out and stuff like that. He helps me practically every Saturday because it's just easier on a lot of jobs to have two people. As most of you know, it's hard to do a sleeper sofa with one person. You can't do it. Sometimes you can't get it out of the door. I had a sleeper sofa yesterday at the job I was at. The customer wanted me to take it, and I told him I have to wait till Saturday because it was second story. I thought it was just a couch until I took the cushions off, and I was like, oh, I can't get this. There's no way. I can't drag that down the steps, and there's no elevator. And if there was an elevator, that would have been easy. I could have did that, but I'm not going to be dragging sleeper sofa down steps. It's just too much for me. I injure myself. I'll tear up something. It's not worth it. That particular customer I know, and they're totally okay with it. Other customers probably wouldn't be, but I'm okay there at least.
Okay, so the bigger jobs, if you can get a description, you'll do the bigger jobs on Saturday when he has someone to help him, with those sleeper sofas are larger items. But and do you ask customers like to bring it curbside if possible?
Lately I have been. I was like, can you bring it curbside? Can you get it to the garage? And a lot of times they do. And sometimes they don't, but it's depending on what they have. It's easy enough to go in and get it. I do charge extra for that. I let them know I can give you a curbside price. You had it to curb or you have it in the garage. The price is going to be different. If I'm going to come in, physically bring the stuff out, it's going to be a higher price.
Okay, excellent. So we talked a little bit earlier here. We'll be on here for a couple more minutes. About licensed and insured, so we all know where the unlicensed haulers are on Craigslist. So have you ever posted on Craigslist?
I have not.
Okay, so
I have not.
All right, you won't save yourself.
Yeah, someone might come out and murder me. I've read all sorts of horror stories on Craigslist.
Okay, so Thumbtack is working great for Doug, and he's never even tried Craigslist, which a lot of people try on Craigslist. It's $5 a posting, but you got the people that want to do it for pennies. Camilio said, did you work at SEO or did you just hire that out? So to get your page to link organically?
My website's not really doing that great. I do come up when you do Google and stuff like that. I do come up. My website doesn't come up till a bit later on. And that's the whole thing with a new website. I found a new company to do it. That'll be towards the end of the year. But as far as doing that, I have done that myself. I haven't hired a company to do that. I will be hiring a company, though, to totally do me a whole new website and everything and manage it and everything like that. But that'll be towards the end of the year.
Okay. And as I explained earlier, for you guys, I think the website, websites definitely help with conversions, but if you're thinking that, hey, I'm going to spend $5,000 or $10,000 on a website, because websites can be fairly expensive, the $1,000 of the free Wix website, sometimes they don't perform that well for conversions, and the people that land on your website, aren't going to convert. So if you're thinking about redoing the website, I'm just going to miss this one-time, charge of $2,500 or $5,000, 10, whatever cost it is. Just make sure that you have an avenue to bring traffic to your website, because the worst thing to do is if you build a car without wheels, it's still not going to drive. So, when you invest in a website, you want to make sure that you have some advertising budget. So you got this brand spanking new website. It's got everything right, your pictures, all the backlinks and everything on it is correct. You want to make sure that you have an avenue to bring traffic, whether that's, doing SEO, running Google ads, running Bing ads, something to bring traffic to that site.
Yeah, with my websites, I did it over a year and a half ago. I found someone to do it. I didn't really know I just thought I need a website, and I didn't really do a lot of research on it. The guy made me a website for $300, and that's basically what I got. I got a website that's $300, and you can go to it, alphajunkcalling.com, and see it. It's an old website now. It's got my old trailer. So that whole thing has to be scrapped. And that's just me not doing the research. Since that time, I've been watching a lot of videos, JRA videos and stuff like that. It's been very educational for me, and especially helped me to look a little bit further into the future and know I need something better. And that's the website's like the next thing. It's going to be one of the two, website or dump trailer. Hopefully I can get them both done before the end of the year. We'll have to see.
And his current website for you guys, I can hold it up here. We've got his current website, and this is kind of what it looks like here. Looks like it's an older red truck because that's not the one that you're rolling with today.
Oh, okay. Newer truck, newer trailer.
So this is what his current site looks like. It's alphajunkcalling.com. So, all right. Well, looks like the rain is letting up. So any final words for these guys out here? Looks like we got about 5 or 6. I can't see the number. 5 or 6 people watching. Any last things?
Oh, good.
Okay.
I just really been enjoying it. This is, as far as where I've come from, because I knew I needed to do something. Because one day I was driving home, and I stopped at McDonald's, and I wanted to get a $1 sweet tea, and there's change to buy me a sweet tea. And at that point in my life, I was like, you know what? I need to do something. This is bad. Oh, looks like we got a question.
Oh, there we go. Are you on Google My Business? It's been a great lead generation for me.
Yeah, I'm Google My Business. It's you can pull me up and find me there. I any review that comes in, I post it on that. I post it on my Facebook page. I want to make sure people are seeing my reviews and stuff like that. So I went from not taking a vacation in 10 years to not being able to buy a sweet tea at McDonald's, and now we're taking about 3 vacations a year. So that's really nice. We're going to Pigeon Forge during the winter time. This Florida boy is going to go up to Pigeon Forge. I don't know what made me think. I do want to do some snowboarding. I've never done it before, so you probably read about me hitting a tree or something. But so we're enjoying. I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor, I guess you could say, with the family. So it's been really a great idea. God has truly blessed me, and I tell you what, I am so thankful, unbelievably thankful. And it just every day when I'm working and I'm doing this, it's opening my eyes to bigger and better things. And I'm hoping to really just invest in this a lot more and just make it the best in the state of Florida. That's really kind of my goal of where I want to be.
All right, well, awesome. I mean, guys, that's a great story for those that that are kind of stripping by right now. He had a lot of success here in Tampa, here, all the major players, and he was estimating about 25 to 30 truck and trailer guys that are running. So there's a big overwhelming, like, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to do this because there's just so much competition, and my price is going to be right, and the Junk Guy says, thanks for the great content and for helping us. Please have a great rest of your days, fellows. Faded Director said, I just got back 3 weeks in the Philippines thanks to Junk. I love my life. Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic story, man, for scraping together $1 for a sweet tea at McDonald's to multiple locations a year. I've got a real nice trailer here, going to grow. So congratulations on the success, and in the future, who knows where you'll be in a year from now. Maybe you'll have 2 or 3 trailers.
It'll be a lot bigger a year from now, and a lot of things moving. Hopefully maybe I can have people working for me and I can still work my full-time job, or maybe I retire and be hands off and just manage the business. I don't know. I do know that it is wearing on me. I have a little bit of arthritis, and after tearing up carpet last night, it's really bothering me this morning. So I know that at 70, I'm 51 now. At 70, I'm not going to be able to lug furniture, you know. So, but this is something that I can manage and have people working for me. So that's something I know I can look forward to. Like I said, this is an investment. I could invest in the stock market, or I can invest in myself. I think I'd rather invest in myself.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us today. This is the second episode of a JRA on the road. We are here in Clearwater, Florida. If you guys want us to come out and visit you, make those moves. Creative director said, "Make those moves, man. Don't wait too long." Great story. Wish you the best. For those that are joining in, or we got another thank you, R3 Hauling Solutions. All right, this is the second episode of JRA on the road. Again, we are in Clearwater, Florida, and we are visiting customers of our videos, and he requested us to come down here. So
they're very informative. I absolutely love them. I watched the episode last night. It was fantastic. Gave me some ideas on these guys who are in the same boat as me, working full time and managing a business too.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys that are firefighters and paramedics out there doing that full time. We'll junk hauling on the side. So if you guys want JRA to come out and visit you, whether you work with us or not, drop us a line, let us know your city, and we'll plan a trip out to you. We're going to make our way around Florida this week, and next week we're going to be up in Pennsylvania, meeting with a couple guys out there. So thanks for joining in, and if you have any questions, comment them below, and then we'll reach out to Doug and we'll get them answered here in the future.
Best of luck, everybody.
All right, take care, guys.